My name is Shinead. Welcome to my YouTube channel. This is my first video, so welcome. I'm a qualified mat and reformer Pilates instructor, and I'm now taking it into YouTube, so welcome. So for today's class, we are just going to need our mats and just a set of dumbbells. So we're going to just start off in our warm-up here, so taking a lie down onto your backs, just popping your dumbbells onto the side. I'm also using 2 kilo, feel free to use 2, 1, or you can do this without your weights. So just taking a lie down onto your backs, you can just start to hug your knees into your chest here. Starting to just close down the eyes. Just taking a moment to just settle into our bodies, into our class. And just release those legs here, either just letting them up, or you can find that pose. Resting your hands down on your belly, closing down the eyes. Just starting to connect with our Pilates breath. Taking that big inhale through the nose, belly rises. And exhale, sigh it out through the mouth. Let it all go. And taking one more deep breath in through the nose. And exhale, sigh it out. Good. You can just keep those eyes closed down here, just moving through your breath at your own pace. Really just settling into your bodies here, just letting go of anything outside of this movement. Any to-do list, any tasks that you have to do, and just fully becoming centered, present in your body. And if you would like to set an intention for your class, just something that you can come back to throughout, just letting that come to mind now. Good, and we'll take one final deep breath in through the nose, and exhale. Release it there. Happy. You can just start to float open the eyes now. So just take a little windscreen wipe. So bring your feet wider than hip distance apart. You're going to windscreen both of your hips, your legs over to one side. And then big exhale. Or just opening it through the side here, through those hip flexors. Exhale. Switching sides. Good. Over to the other. And coming back to center. Good. So we're going to be starting on coming into bridges. So using your dumbbells for this one, we are going to start with your elbows down. So like we've got 2 right angles here. Feet are hip distance apart. Try to bring your feet just a little bit closer in. So heels are nice and close to the body. Now we'll start with spinal rolls here. So as we exhale, we want to be pressing through the heels. Press your spine into the mat as you start to roll your hips up, finding that glute bridge. Good. And then as we inhale, just slowly articulate back down. Good. So a little rock of the pelvis here, a little rock of the hips. We press it into the mat. Press through those heels. Good. Rolling down. Good. So just really waking up your body here, waking up the spine, starting to engage those muscles. Good. We'll be here for another 10, and then we'll start to add on. Good. Feeling that spinal articulation, really squeezing into those glutes. Good. Here for another 5. Good. 4. 3. Good. 2. On that next one, we're going to find a straight back. So we exhale, press arms to sky, same time. Lightly tap. Good. We squeeze up. We inhale, drop it down. Good. Big squeeze, big shoulder press here. Now, just double checking for me. Can you wriggle those toes? So heels are pressing into that mat here. We want that activation through those glutes. Good. Big squeeze, big press. Now, if you want a little bit more challenge, keeping everything hovered, press up, drop down, press. Good. So those muscles, those glutes are really going to engage here. Good. We're going to be here for another 15 more seconds. And then we're holding up that bridge. Good. Staying strong here. Good. Big squeeze. We're here for 5. Holding up your bridge in 3, 2, 1. Hold your bridge. Now arms to sky. We just come halfway. We lift up. So come halfway. to lift. Good. So working in the mid to full range now, really trying to resist dropping the hips down. Those glutes should be burning here, breathing through it. We're here for 5, holding that bridge in 3, 2, 1, hold, shoulder press, so elbows drop, press up. Good. Now seeing if you can lift your hips any higher, squeezing your glutes the entire time, trying not to lose that engagement here. Good. Lightly tap, exhale, press for 5. Arms to the sky, we're gonna pulse the hips in 3, 2, 1, arms up, hold, little pulses. Now remember, little pulses. Yeah, we don't want to have super big pulses, little ones up and up. Good, we're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rest it there and take a little breather here. Little rock side to side. Good. Now we're going to drop one of your dumbbells down. We're going to work same side here. So working into single leg. So we've got dumbbell in your right hand. Right heel is down. Sorry, left heel is down. Right leg's in tabletop. Now you can either have your left hand down here, or you can have it reaching up to sky, whatever feels good for you in your body. Now just making sure that heel is still super close. You should be able to brush the back of your heel with your fingertips. Good. Now remember here, slow, controlled movements here. That's where we're going to feel that muscle engagement. So when you're ready, we exhale, press up, single bridge. Inhale, tap it down. Good. Exhale, lift. Inhale, down. Good. Just here for a few more reps. And then we'll start to add that arm at the same time. Good. Exhale, up. Inhale, down. Good. Now as you lift up, really try to squeeze that left glute. We tap. We lift. Good. Now we're going to add that arm here. So we exhale, press up, reach that arm up, tap it down. Good. Lift, tap. Good. Here for a little bit longer. And then we'll add on. Good. That left hamstring should be burning. I can already feeling that quad, that glute. Good. Now lift up. We're going to add an overhead tricep. Center. Tap it down. Good. Lift. Overhead tricep, center, tap. If you want a little bit more challenge here, last little bit. So adding a toe tap, same time, center, release. Good. We're going to be here for another 10, and then we hold it up. Good. Trying to keep your hips nice and high, squeezing that glute for me. Good. We're here for another 5. Holding it up here in 3. Good. Here for 2. Good. We have one more and then we hold. Good. So holding up, little tap, center. Good. Now really trying to keep your hips high. My glute is on fire for 5. Arms to sky, back to center in 3, 2, 1. Hold. Hold it out for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release it there. Give that left glute a good little whack here. Gosh, that was starting to really burn there. Beautiful. Now we're going to come straight on to that other side now. So right heel is down, left hand has the dumbbell, left leg's in tabletop. Now same here, we're going to start with the single bridge. We lift up, we tap. Good. And then chop. Good. Now remember what I said, squeeze into your glute. Tap down. You should be able to feel those muscles engaging here. Good. Now we're going to add that arm same time. Press up, arm up. We drop it down. Good. So really pressing through that right heel now. You don't have to keep your toes lifted off the ground. Sometimes I do, so don't stress about that. Keeping your toes down. Good. Up and drop. Good. Breathing through it. Good. Big lift. Tap. Now we're going to start to add in that tricep. Good. So overhead tricep with control. Just your elbow bends, extends. Good. So keep that shoulder still. Bend, center, press. Good. Now last little bit here, adding in that same challenge. If you want more, so adding in that toe tap. Good. So trying to keep everything lifted, everything switched on. Good. We're going to be here for 10. We hold it up. Good, breathing through it. Good. We're gonna hold it up here in another 5, 4, good, 3, 2, and then we hold it up. Good. 1, hold it up. Now we're gonna toe tap over the head tricep. That glute is gonna be on fire here. Can we lift any higher here for 5? We come to center, pulse in 3, 2, 1. Hold, pulse it out for 5, 4, 3, 2, and release it there. Take a little breather. Quick reset. How are those glutes feeling? Good. We're going to give them a little break now. We're going to come into some core work just to break this up. So using your dumbbells here once again. Just making sure that we're finding that nice imprinted spine. So you can either be in neutral here or imprinted, whatever feels good in your body. I personally like imprinted spine as I have a bit of scoliosis in my lower back. So I really like to engage and tuck my pelvis in, so drawing my belly button in towards the spine. Now we're going to be lifting your arms up to sky. We're going to start off with your standard ab curl here with the dumbbells. Good. So exhale, lift. We inhale, drop. Good. So exhale, big curl. Inhale, down. Good. Now you can do this with or without your dumbbells here. You don't have to add them if they feel too much. Good. Breathing through it. Good. Here for another 3. We're going to start to float the legs up into tabletop in 2. Good. 1 more. We lower. This time legs up. We exhale, press up. We inhale, down. Good. Big lift. Big drop. Good. Now working the whole body here. So really working into your lower abdominals as well as those shoulders. Good. Little tip as well, if you're struggling to keep your lower back down, bring your knees a little bit closer to chest. That is okay. Good. Now we're going to start to add a single leg. Bring it back to center. Tap. Good. So lift, extend, center, release. Good. So alternating sides here. Over to one side, and then over to the other. Good, beautiful job here, guys. That core should be burning. Good. We're gonna do 2 more. Good. Good. Last one. Then we hold it up. Good. So we're going to hold up and work those single legs. Now you can drop your dumbbells here if you need. Otherwise, holding onto your dumbbells for challenge. We're not here for long. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Sit there, hug your knees into your chest. Take a little breather. Little rock side to side. Good. Now we have one last little bit here left in our little core series, and then we are done with our exercise. So grabbing on to your dumbbell now. So dumbbell is going to be coming into both of your hands here. Both legs are coming back into tabletop. Arms are coming straight up to sky. Good. So we're going to exhale, sweep over to your left side. We then tap down. Good. Over to that right side. Tap. Good. Breathing through it. Now focusing here. Lower back is staying nice and heavy. Try to challenge yourself. Can you lift any higher off that shoulder? Like what I'm doing here. So big rotation, big twist. Feeling through the side waist here, through those obliques. Good. More than welcome to stay here. Otherwise, we add that left leg as we twist to the right. Good. Opposite leg here. Twist over. Good. Breathing through it. Good, using that breath. Good. We're going to be here for another 10. So just making it even, and then we'll hold over to one side. Good. Good. We're here for 5, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to meet over to that right side. Hold. Optional hold, or we sweep your left leg up to sky. Lower down. Trying to keep those arms hovered off here for 5. We come straight to the left in 3, 2, 1. Straight over to that left side. Hold. Sweep that right leg, or hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Releasing it there. Whew. Wow. Core is on fire. Glutes are on fire. But you can just hug both your knees into your chest, yeah. Just taking a little rock side to side. Little breather. Good. And then big exhale, release. Good. Now we're going to make our way up. Coming just to a quick little stretch here. So we're just going to tuck those toes, send your hips up to ceiling, coming into that downward dog. Now you can just start to pedal your feet here to the ground, and then the other. Good. So eye gaze can just look between your hands here, feeling that release. Good. We'll do 2 more on each side. Big stretch. Good. Coming back to center, we're going to sweep that right leg up to ceiling, 3-legged dog. Shifting your weight forwards, bring your right knee behind your right wrist, crossing your leg over the mat. I'm tucking those toes here. Little baby back bend, looking up to ceiling. And then big exhale. Walking down here, so you can come down onto your elbows. You can rest your head on your hands. Good. And starting to close down those eyes here. Opening through that hip flexor, that glute. Just stay here for a nice deep breath. In through the nose. And big exhale, slow release. Walk those hands back up. So tucking your left toes down, we're going to step that right leg back. Find that downward dog. Just taking a little big stretch here. And then as we exhale, left leg sweeps the ceiling. 3-legged dog. Shift your weight forwards. Left knee behind that left wrist. I'm tucking those toes here, taking that little baby back bend. Good. Big exhale. Coming down onto those elbows, resting on your hands. Good. And just really sinking here. Melting those hips down, slowing down that breath. And we'll just take one deep breath in through the nose. And big exhale, release. Walking those hands back up, tucking those that left leg back. Not 3-legged dog. Coming into your downward dog. Then we shuffle your weight forwards. Come into a child's pose, both knees wide. Press your bum back. Reach those arms long. Good. Now just trying to get your bum as close as you can here towards those heels. Melting your chest down. Good. And we'll just take a moment of gratitude here. Really just thanking yourselves and your bodies for showing up to class today. We'll take one final deep breath. And then big exhale. Release it there. Perfect. You can make your way all the way back up. Good. And coming back to seated. Wow, that was such a good little workout. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you have any feedback, please leave them down in the comments. Otherwise, please like, subscribe, and also you can catch me more on Instagram and TikTok as well. Thanks, guys.